Starsector, a major freak. This time around is going to be fairly interesting, with a couple of cool battles and me just managing my my colonies so I don't run out of money. Let's get in there. So I just finished taking out the Pather base. I've arrived at the far-flung neutral base that the game creates, and I'm just going to check the market. I've already checked the missions and agents, and I'll be heading back to civilization to get some credits, because I am really low, bare bones right now. And I'm fairly confident that I can get the speed up to ×4 and still have the battles come out okay. I was very careful in how I panned the camera around, so cross my fingers. Hopefully that works. All right. Why is this so quiet? I might have turned it down in order for the microphone to pick up. Let's make it 65. All right. Just selling anything I've got surplus. Get rid of all the crap I don't need. There we go. I was tempted to sell the during this session, I was tempted to sell that blueprint for planetary shields, but I thought better of it. I don't see the point in battle carriers. I mean, one or the other, you know, pick your lane. And I was curious, like, at one point I want to go through and check which ship has the highest flux capacity for its class, and then definitely take advantage of that in the future. So I'd like to find some ships that could hold the line and keep the the barbarians at bay. I do actually this session end up building the pirate mining station at Raython. I think I head off to Galatia to talk to the agent who gives you the cool missions that don't expire. Should have actually traveled that conduit using reverse polarity, but whatever. So apparently I'm getting closer to the end game storyline, so that's cool. It would be nice to get those gates open. Hadu system turns out to be in the northwest of the map. Not too far from my colony, so that was okay. I don't end up going to it this session. got a bigger fish to fry. Actually, I figured, you know, if I'm going to deal with the convoy mission, I might as well just keep the fuel. I'll be using it shortly. Or I don't get the convoy. Just go for a mission, I guess. Yeah, I think I do 2 convoy missions this session. They're kind of fun. I like them. As long as you can carry stuff both ways. Yes, I started the mining station at Raython. Good. The tech mining is kind of petering out, so I should think of building another industry on that planet, because it's my main one. I was confused about importance of agents. It turns out it just means the difficulty and distance you go, I think. Yeah, sir, more difficult than profitable opportunities. The very low agent gives you like like peanuts. It's pretty funny. I've got quite a lot of agents built up by now using storyline points. I don't get too crazy. I kind of need those storyline points to keep myself A, alive, and B, fitting out ships better. So they're powerhouses. Yeah, if you saw in the beginning of the video, I have the settings to allow 3 built-in mods instead of 2. You can get a skill that'll give you +1, but I was kind of impatient. And I haven't changed my max level yet from 15 upwards. I'm going to make it 20. I should do it next time I play. Don't have much standings with Imperium. There's not much point in getting standings for its own sake, because I don't have dynamic taxes. There used to be a mod, it's now outdated, that would lower your taxes depending on what your standing was. So you could play 0 taxes at high levels of standing at open market. It was really cool. It was obviously overpowered, but sure fun. And I try to keep my eye out for convoys departing from the station I'm going to. I don't go hunting down stuff. I just, you know, if I'm doing a mission and it happens to be a convoy escort at the station I'm at, I'll definitely consider it. And besides, these kind of missions really play with the market heavily. You can definitely create a surplus by running a mission, and then you just, when you're done that mission, you just snap up those surplus goods you just transported. It's pretty cool. Quite powerful. I'm just transporting commodities to sell on the market for profit. Got to remember to think about switching out that weapon, trying something else in that ship. It's working so far. I just, hoping to tweak it. Yeah, the Pirate Wolf, it doesn't have the two small energy hard points in the rear of the hull. It's very strange. And oh yes, time to bribe the hegemony. And this was weird. Like, I don't know how I had disabled my, I suspended my repair and recovery for all my ships. I don't know what caused that. That was really weird. So I re-enable it all. Now the problem is that I had assumed Hadrian had, as listed, it would have a demand for organics, but apparently it didn't. So that ticked me off quite some, and I didn't see any opportunities to get any profit, so I sold it to the black market in a huff. It's quite not amused by that. Alright, I've accepted a trade convoy mission. Escorting. I think this one was uneventful for the most part. Just trying to steer it clear of the storms, but I wasn't able to do it perfectly yet. Kind of ham-fisted there. Alright, I'm loaded up again for the return trip. This was uncomfortable because awkward because normally I just translate out using transverse, so I don't have to deal with the storms here. But this guy decided to take the scenic route. Yeah, the way I figure with those derelict ships, as long as I don't take them or touch them, I can always come back for them later if I want to obtain. Uh-oh. Yeah, kind of uneventful until now. Huh. Alright. I believe this was an unremarkable battle. I remember to escort up. Let's see if my method of panning the camera very slowly pays off. So far, so good. Yeah, this is what I planned on doing, to watch large battles too big for the screen. Yeah, those beam weapon ships sure deal with phase ships so elegantly. There we go. Yeah, in the future I'm just going to watch those pursuit battles from the sensor manager. There's no point in really following the action. It's weird that you gain a potential contact not from your... Yeah, it's like... It's interesting. You do the return trip, and then you get the reward from that agent. It's kind of strange, too, how you'll... If at the halfway point, you'll do that delivery mission. And when you do, you could get a potential contact from the agent who accepts that midway delivery. Kind of strange. So I've made a tidy profit here. I'm now comfortably in the black again. So I'm happy about that. Kind of scared of taking anything to Hadrian again. Don't want to get ripped off. It's like, you bastards. Easy standings boost. It's weird. I buy the security codes for the Persian League. I go back and try to take that that mission that uses Marines. It doubled the Marines I needed. I was like, what? So, yeah, another reason not to take buy security codes. Yeah, it was really strange. It was like, you'd think by buying the security codes, it would be, you know, you were playing it smart, but instead you kind of made it more difficult for yourself, which is very odd. You'd think learning the subtleties of the game wouldn't punish you. And I don't know what that was. I forget. It was pretty funny. It was like, oops. Yeah, derpy me. So I'm doing okay. I've got 2 of my planets with hazard pay. Actually only one mission. I don't need it for my main planet. It's doing a self-sufficient for growth, which is kind of cool. So this is interesting. It's like, I know that if I wait until the Navy engages it, I can get boost with the standing of that faction, as you know, by going in with allies. So I was like, yay, why not take those free points? If I remember correctly, this mission wasn't easy. In fact, if I remember correctly, the enemy retreated but attacked again, so you were engaged again. I was engaged again. So it was pretty intense, and the combat readiness of everything kind of started to go into the red. It was kind of scary. And of course, at some point, I have to go to the sensor manager to follow everything. Or, no, maybe this is not the mission that I needed to engage twice. Looks like we just wiped forward. Yeah, false alarm. Yeah, this was an easy one. Yeah, so many battles. Hard to remember. You're dog meat. There we go. The pursuit. Sending the wolves, baying for blood. Pop. Alright, there's that. Done. I actually hired this one administrator. Plug her into one of the colonies so I don't take any. I don't take a hit to my management bonus, which is nice. Start a field production on the gas planet. I don't have the item that you slot into it. I haven't found it yet, but when I do, I'll definitely be plugging it in. Yeah, you can get some wicked income from the colonies once they're up to speed. Now, all I need yawn. Alright, off I go. Nothing I want. So I look at it, it's like, meh. Yeah, here it is. So 3,000 organics. I'm like, okay, I know where to get organics. Querus. So I head to Querus. Piece of cake. And since I figured, oh, I can use the black market a bit because I'm 100% standings with them, so it won't matter if I hurt that a little bit. Now, I assumed I was buying 3,000. So without checking, I bugger off and I translate out, and right here, when it auto saves, is the last time I get a save before I have to save scum. Spoiler alert, the redacted just hand me my ass. Once I get home, I'll go into a system that with a high warning sign on it, and I try to get to someplace, but I get intercepted by a redacted fleet, and I have to save scum. So everything from this point on is going to be redacted. So I allocate stuff to bribe them. There you go. And I'm like, what the? So what I end up doing is buying it from the market here and completing the mission, which cost a pretty penny, let me tell you. From the black market. So completing that, and then, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so obviously when I save scummed, I got the proper amount. Do. Yeah, so it's not too long of a save scum. It's just me completing one mission, going back home. I was contemplating taking this, but the payout is so low. So I think the donation increases the amount of blueprints you get to choose to pick to find the location of. So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I might have, but it's been 2 years, like I said. Forgot so much. Alright, I plug in the mining item. Do I go from... I don't go for the HQ. It's really cheap though. I might upgrade. Yeah. I'll be upgrading both of them to HQs. It's cheap comparatively. So I don't find anything decent to do as in for income. So I figured, oh well, I'll do some nearby exploration stuff. Alright, there we go. There's the spool. There's a space elevator and high command. So that'll take care of things. Get rid of my Marines because I wasn't using them in missions. I figured when I set out last session on that route, I figured I'll take some Marines and use them in missions because I have so much spare cash. That kind of disappeared, didn't it? Yeah, 1 million credits can disappear real quick. I believe I read this right now. Yeah, planetary shield. I think it's the one where you get the red grid look to the planet. Now, here's the thing that I changed. I plugged in a whole bunch of oh right, I'll have to remember to change that. I plugged in a whole bunch of AI cores to my 3 new bases before taking off. But when I save scummed and reloaded, I decided not to do that. Because I was busy elsewhere just trying to make some coin. Doing convoy missions stuff. And did I go back to base and plug in the items? Oh, we'll have to figure that out. I'll have to look. So yeah, let's make a list here. I need to plug in the items. Plug in items. OMS ship. Yeah, I just, in order to change the ship designations of my colony, I just simply have to click on the name of my faction in the colony management screen. I thought there was a button. No, it's just you click on the name. AI cores into tertiary colonies. Let's see now. So plug in items to the industries. Change the ship designation to OMS. Plug in AI cores. I think that's all for now. There we go. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I'll do this one. It's nearby. I don't have much in the way of credits, so kind of being silly here. I'm like, whatever, I want to explore. Yeah, I definitely want to collect that ship. So go to that planet west of Colony to get that frigate. And then, yeah, yeah, see, this is the, yeah, I'm just gonna get my ass freaking whooped here. It's freaking hilarious. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no problem. So I escort up, which is smart. But I don't, let's see, it's like I have 1, 2, 3 ships with decent kinetic damage. The rest of them are not really. I mean, yes, the ship is, sorry, I'm not sure if you can see the cursor when I'm recording this video. The Sunder is a decent kinetic damage vehicle, but the problem is it's glass cannon, and you definitely cannot have glass cannons against redacted. The Focas are not glass cannons, and they have decent kinetic, but there's only 3 of them, and they get picked apart. Yeah, this is going to get awkward real quick. There goes one Foca. I'm like, okay, it doesn't look that bad. I can do this. I can do this. As I turn off the escorts. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I got this. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. All my Focas are almost dead. Got one left, and it's gonna die shortly. Yeah, I just get rolled up completely. Yeah, there goes that. Yeah, totally rolled up here. And I'm off chasing one of those fast ships that are easy to kill, but it's just fast, and it just took me away from the main battle, and all my Focus died. So yeah, now we save scum. So I translate back to the system, go to Karis, get the proper amount to complete the mission. Translate out, go back to Nortia, bribe the hegemony. And this time I'm like, screw the colonies. I'm gonna get some credits. $10,000 units, like I have 10,000 cargo. I could do it in 2 runs, but yeah, it doesn't pay very well. And now I go, okay, I want to take out the redacted. How do I do that? basically you've got to have high-tech ships with overdriven SO. It's overdriven safety overrides. That's it. Safety override high-tech ships with kinetic weapons and lots of Sabot missiles apparently. And you go in and you just don't let up, and you just go into their face and you just annihilate them and keep them distracted by buoys, boys. Get them captured as much as possible, and they kind of get distracted a lot. But yeah, that's the thinking basically. I don't watch any how-to videos, not in this session. But yeah. Yep. Yada yada yada. How much time do I spend here? I don't think I spend too much time. I get back to playing real quick. You're just like, okay, what do I need? I'm like, oh, right, I don't have any high-tech ships, and I don't have a lot of heavy kinetic damage, so mea culpa. Yeah, I take it really seriously. But yeah, the consensus seems to be kinetic and safety overrides. Yawn. Yeah, I like Shrouded Dweller. No thanks. Probably definitely end game stuff. Like, I know I can't afford anything right now, but I can't help looking. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I don't think I had the cargo. Oh yeah, and I was like, right. And I've already read the Planetary Shield blueprint. Yeah, I definitely seriously consider selling it at this point. Made sure I had enough cargo. Put the surplus cargo in the storage, and then off to follow the convoy. Yeah, I believe. Oh bugger! I was trading my trading on the black market, and that's what got me. Right, off we go. Now this is a fairly eventful, so yeah. I think 15. I think that the rest of the video is just me battling these guys for what felt like forever. I was feeling fairly confident at this point, especially with this bunch of ships I had. So I said, okay, let's concentrate. Yeah, it's like basically let's concentrate on helping these ships deal with this gaggle. And then if I've got anything, like my focus are up there, my destroyers up there dealing with stuff. And I'll just let them be, because I know they're good independently. They can survive so much. They're fast. They've got a lot of flux management, and they've got kinetic weapons to drive off enemies with shields. So I wasn't too worried about them, especially after dealing with the redacted. So it's a little more confident of my abilities. But yeah, focusing down here. And this is all manual targeting, piloting too. Here we go. Grab everybody. Now, I think I might have some problems up here because of reinforcements coming in. They could get bushwhacked, but yeah. Yeah, I lose one FOCA and I'm going to lose another FOCA, which was a tragedy. They just all swarmed in, so I should have really been wary of that. My overconfidence when it comes to FOCA abilities is, yeah, on point. So we're doing okay, but my combat readiness is starting to really suffer. So I'm still autopiloting, just watching everything. Yeah, I believe I'm still autopiloting. Yeah, you can tell by how many things are on auto fire on the lower left. So I get all my low CR ships off the field as fast as possible. Yeah, getting kind of desperate now. I figured, okay, screw it. I'm gonna go manual and help this guy kill this carrier right here. I believe it's carrier. And then after that's done, I'll go with this one back to the main fold and see if I can do it, because it's getting desperate now. I need to start, taking control of the battlefield. And it's a tough nut to crack too. It actually ends up getting away. Yeah, it just turns around and takes off. So I'm like, okay. And I've got my Centurions, so I deploy them, get them in the guard mode. If I knew they were going to flee, I would have not called in the Centurions, but it worked out okay anyways. So they're going to and fight again. So I've got to deploy what's left of my ships, and there's not much I can deploy. It's just my flagship and the frigates. Those Eagles of the Allied did really well. I don't know what they were fit with, but they sure did okay. This battle was easy. They were so damaged that I didn't really need to cut too much into their armor. They had none. It was stripped in the previous battle. So these went down fairly quick. And that's the ball game. Crazy. And of course I need to pursue, because if I don't pursue, I'll fail the convoy mission, which is kind of silly, but whatever. Yeah, just watch it from the sensor manager. Don't need to go in. Yeah, lost all 3 focus. See, look how much stuff I can grab. It's crazy. So it's really helpful to go on these missions, because you can pick up some really nice stuff. Very lucrative. Yes, and I was so broke that I ran out of money last month, so hopefully I'll be okay from now on. Anyways, thanks for watching. That was fun. Hopefully I can do this in the future, but yeah, wife aggro. Just depends. She's at work right now, but she doesn't work too much. She's casual right now. So yeah, wish me luck in being able to give commentary for the next video, and have a good one. Thanks for watching.